Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So this morning, Mary's going to start with some water and weather, and then after we'll move on to some trail chatter. Take it away, Mary.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, everyone. In Blairsville right now, it is 43 degrees and mostly cloudy. We have overnight tonight going into Saturday a frost advisory from 2 a.m. Saturday through 10 a.m. Saturday. So that's what's going on overnight. High today is going to be 55 with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Winds are going to be 10 to 15 miles per hour. Pardon me. And then tonight, 32 degrees and mostly clear. Scattered frost is possible. Winds will be light and variable. On Blood Mountain, there's a frost advisory from 1:25 a.m. this morning through tomorrow, November 1st at 10 a.m. Looking at a high of 47 degrees and sunny with 10 to 15 mile per hour winds and then gusts up to 25. Tonight, 36, mostly clear, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds with 20 mile per hour gusts. Water is good on the trail for the most part. Make sure you're topping off at Hawk Mountain Shelter as you hike north. Your next water chance will be Justice Creek. And then make sure you carry enough water to get over Blood Mountain. Slaughter Creek, which is your last water source before you climb Blood northbound, is dry, so you want to make sure you top off before then. And then Hogpen Gap has water because Neil to Hogpen is dry. We're still practicing caution with the boulders up on Cow Rock. Even though it's getting colder out, sunshine will still bring the snakes out. There is that copperhead nest up under there. Cow Rock is 5 miles north of Neil Gap. All right, so Great Smoky Mountain National Park closures. Kawohe Road is closed right now due to winter weather conditions. Kawohe is formerly Clingman's Dome, so it's about a 7-mile drive from Newfound Gap Road all the way up to Kawohe, and that road right now is closed. Then ongoing bear closures, Twin Creeks Trail, campsites 18, 19, 55, 56, 57, 82. All shelters are open. And then the warnings for bears are Gatlinburg Trail, Cataract Falls Trail, Cove Mountain Trail, and Campsite 71. Let's remember to leave no trace. If we brought it in, bring it out. And also let's properly store and dispose of our food and other items that have odor to them as we use them. And that way it stays clean and safe for everyone. Donald, I'm turning it over to you now for some other things going on.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so it is 4:44 a.m. and it is 10/31/2025. And if no one knows, the 10 is October, and happy Halloween, because it is Halloween.
Trick or treat day.
Trick or treat, man.
Always treats, no tricks.
Do they trick or treat anymore?
Yeah.
They do?
They usually do like a trunk or treat or something.
What's a trunk or treat?
Well, you go to different places that advertise it, and people have candy, and you kind of go car to car, and it's like a safety thing, or churches or
so it isn't like the old days where
schools.
people throw
I don't think
candy
it's
out
so
on the
much
porch,
as-
man, in a bowl, dude, and we'd all roll through
I don't
and
think it's
throw
like
eggs
that
at
much
each other.
anymore.
And, no, what happened to those days, man? Jeez, I
Bad
don't
people
know,
started
man.
poisoning candy and putting razor blades.
I know,
and
right? That
things
was
in it.
back in my day, man. They put shit in the
That's right.
apples and candy, dude, like needles and shit, bro. And so I don't get that, man. What the hell is
People
wrong
are
with people? I know,
crazy.
dude. That's totally uncool. All right, anyways, let's start like this, guys. So, in New Mexico, Albuquerque Fire Rescue and Bernalillo County Fire and Rescue teamed up on Thursday to rescue an injured hiker. AFR said the hiker suffered a lower leg injury Thursday morning on the Pino Trail at the Alina Gallegos open space off Tramway Boulevard. A bystander stayed with the hiker until rescue crews arrived around noon. Excuse me. Once rescued from the trail, the hiker was taken to the hospital. All right. Sweet, huh?
That's right.
That place is a hot spot, man, for stuff, dude. So, okay, so we have a rescue in California at Thousand Palms, Cali. An injured hiker who sustained minor injuries was rescued Thursday at the Pushawalla Palms Trailhead in Thousand Palms. The rescue was reported around 2 p.m. in the Coachella Valley National Wildlife Refuge near Ramon and Thousand Palms Canyon roads. according to the Riverside County Fire Department. The agency said crews hiked out to the hiker who was unable to make it back down the trail and was taken to the local hospital by ground ambulance, remaining in stable condition. Injury is unknown.
Oh, that's right.
All right, and so let's start like this, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let's move to this. And then we're going to do this. And so we had a
Get up the hill.
we had a grizzly encounter here. Hold on 1 second. As you can see on the TV here, this dude ran into a grizzly bear in Glacier National Park. Now let me read the article here. So this video is going to show a viral video of a hiker's encounter with a grizzly bear at Glacier National Park. It showed a few of the key do's and don'ts while interacting with one. While people in the YouTube comment section of the video, Brandy Nguyen, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read all that crap. But let's start with the positives. The video begins with the bear casually approaching. The bear doesn't appear agitated or defensive. The hiker making regular noise is a positive, as the National Park Service notes. The bear usually moves out of the way if they hear people approaching. It also encourages visitors to do your best never to surprise a bear. The group and the hiker back away slowly, following the National Park's advice not to run away. It doesn't seem feasible for the group to get out of the bear's path. The fact that the group and the hiker came prepared with the bear spray is also commendable. Now, the negatives. The video shows multiple instances where the hikers turning their back on the bear. That's unwise and conflicts with the guidance to back away slowly or hold your ground, as unofficial networks pointed out. On the other extreme is the hiker shockingly approaching the bear to order it around. Okay, so the hiker compounds the error by turning their back and laughing triumphantly as the bear goes up the hill. Realistically, all that has changed is that the bear is higher up and off-screen. Voice says, "Watch him. He's still coming back. He's still coming, buddy. Back up. He's trying to get high ground, maybe." The video ends before we see the bear's next move. So knowing the rules and learning how to handle encounters with wildlife are major parts of having a responsible vacation. Unfortunately, there are too many instances of humans not showing proper fear of wildlife, taking too close of photos and feeding animals that can lead to a tragic result as euthanasia or possible your death or someone else's death that's coming along that's going to have to that has to come up behind what's already happened. And it's the lingering effect is what I call it. And it's the same thing that happens here. It's just the way it is. All right, so let's go back to the video here. Oops, I apologize. Let's play it from the beginning. Let's see what we got going on.
Huh? You let me know when you think I can put a little spray that way.
Yeah.
Hey, get off that hill. Yeah. Hey, get off that hill. Get off that hill. Go on, get off that hill.
He thinks
Get out of here.
that bear spray is going to protect him. Look at him. Yeah.
He's looking up. He's coming. He's still coming, but
Get up that hill.
back up. He's trying to get high ground, man.
Get off the hill.
He's like, that bear spray. It's like an invisible force field that's going to stop the bear from eating him. Oh, that's where it stops, guys. So
Obviously, they made it
anyways.
out of there.
Yeah, they made it out of there, man. By sheer luck, it looks like, man. So those are things not to do, man.
That's right.
Anyways, let's do this. Hold on, guys. Let me turn that down. That's Mary and I. That's my YouTube continuing to play. So, anyways, let me go ahead. I've got another thing going on here too. And so the guy that fell from Mount Whitney was a father. And so here's what happened that day. Oh yeah, and the bear thing, man. That's definitely not what we want to do. So you saw where he started to approach the bear, yelling at him like he's invincible, and like that bear spray is actually gonna. It may deter the bear. It may not. You never know,
Might
man.
make it more angry.
Definitely, dude. You just don't know, man. But you don't want to take chances like that. It's a 50-50 chance, man. Either it is or it isn't. So, and you don't want to go over that 50, man, for it is. So if that bear comes at you, man, you're done. And your friend isn't going to help you. Your friend's probably going to run. And so maybe, I don't know. But most likely they're not going to help out because it's not going to do anything to get in there and try to help. That bear is still going to it's going to tear both of you up then. So the best thing to do is stand your ground, back off slowly. Of course, have your bear spray in hand. I'm not saying that it's bad to have that. I'm just saying, dude, don't use that like it's an invisible barrier that it's gonna like a force field that's gonna stop that bear from coming at you. It went up that hill to get a better angle at you, man. That's what it is. Now it's up above you. Now it can pounce down on top of you, man. That bear's man.
Those creatures move fast.
Dude, they don't just move fast, man. They can leap from the top of just right down on top of y'all, man, and take you out. I don't understand that, man. That's crazy stuff, dude. Anyways, so yeah, those are the things not to do and what to do, I guess, man, if you want to look at it that way. All right, so an experienced hiker from San Diego attempting to climb the tallest peak in the in the contiguous United States has fallen to his death amid treacherous winter conditions, leaving his 2 young sons and family in shock and grief, guys. So this is the dude that fell off the 99 switchbacks up at Mount Whitney the other day or last week. So Paul P.J. Ortiz Jr., 29, was climbing Mount Whitney in central California's eastern Sierra Mountains on Saturday, October 25th, when he fell from a cliff in an infamous area known as the 99 Switchbacks. It's located at an elevation of over 12,000 feet. Inyo County Search and Rescue. That's what they posted on Facebook the other day. So 3 rescuers and a California Highway Patrol helicopter deployed after hikers spotted Ortiz's body shortly after the fall. But the agency said that high winds prevented the chopper from approaching the young father's location on the mountain until Monday. On Sunday, 3 rescuers hiked 14 miles round trip to Ortiz's location, where they were able to lower him to a more accessible area for the recovery. Bummer, man. So Ortiz's family told USA Today that they were devastated. He leaves behind a 1 and 3-year-old sons, as well as his parents and little sister. He was the coolest. He was my whole world, said his 27-year-old sister Leah Ortiz. Wes Osgard, the hiker who summoned rescuers after finding Ortiz's body, told USA Today that the extreme conditions on that mountain that day could have tripped up even the most experienced climbers, man. The wind was so powerful, we would have to turn our faces to breathe, said Osgard, who was hiking in a group of 4 people. We had snow hitting our face, and it felt like 1,000 needles. It was very extreme. So Osgard said that Saturday was his 4th time summiting or attempting to summit Mount Whitney, a 14,500-foot peak, 505-foot peak that's taller than any other mountains in the lower 48th, and attracts thousands of hikers and mountaineers. The climbers and hikers vie for special permits every year for Mount Whitney. Osgard said he met Ortiz and Ortiz's hiking partner at various points along the trail that day. He was doing good. He had a big smile. He was happy, Osgard told USA Today. I said, "Have you done this before?" And he said, "Yeah, I've done Whitney before." He was charming, a very put-together and social guy. As the day went on, Osgard said conditions deteriorated and took many people on the mountain by surprise. Though the skies were blue, violent winds kicked up recent snowfall, blasting hikers and causing some cliffside sections of the trail to become invisible at times. He said his group of 4 was ahead of Ortiz and Ortiz's hiking partner on the 99 Switchbacks when his group decided to turn around and save the summit for another day. On the way back down, they spotted Ortiz's body and only later learned that they had split up from his hiking partner, who had decided to descend on his own. Osgard used Starlink to message his father, "Emergency, someone fell down the switchbacks at Mount Whitney." His head made contact with the rock. He's in grave danger. Oscar believes Ortiz stepped on an unstable rock, sending him down the mountain and crashing into rocks and past a particularly steep section lined with unstable cables. He also believes that Ortiz was killed almost instantly. Oscar said that the area where Ortiz fell had many rocks that were obscured by the snow, and it was nearly impossible to tell if a rock was stable enough to hold a person's weight. He said the fall could have happened to anyone and that Ortiz also could have experienced the accident even if he didn't split up from his partner. Leo Ortiz said it's been frustrating seeing people comment online about the accident and hypothesize that her brother was unprepared or made a mistake. My brother knew that what he was doing, she said. It was a freak accident. Mother Nature is cruel. Leo Ortiz and Jacqueline Valdez, his best friend and mother of his children, told USA Today that PJ was a doting father, a good cook, whose specialty was ceviche, and an avid outdoorsman who loved being in the mountains, going fishing, surfing in his own town in San Diego, skateboarding, and snowboarding. He had already started teaching his 3-year-old son, Paul Jonathan Ortiz III, how to skateboard. As his sister, I saw something really change and soften in him when he had kids, Leah Ortiz said. He adored them. All right, man. So, super sad. I'm not going to go on because it's not really talking about the accident. It's just talking about family stuff and, which is definitely important. But I wanted to get to the accident, what happened, an explanation from someone that was there so we could get an idea in our head, man, what happened up there, you know what I mean, man? Because I questioned it, dude. And, it's too bad that happened, so.
It sure is.
And in other articles, I saw that he was wearing micro spikes and should have had crampons on, and but anything could have happened. You never know. Doesn't matter. It could have happened no matter what.
That's right.
We don't know what was going on. All right, and so that all being said, today we have a 6 a.m. scheduling, so we got to get moving here. It is a Unicoi Gap going to Springer Mountain, and it is a double shuttle, so Jordan and Mary will go up there and scoop them up and head down to Springer and get them down there so they can start their journey northbound. And after that, we don't have much going on. Yesterday we had a couple shuttles, one pop-up shuttle in Amicalola going a Dix Creek going back to Amicalola Springer. Which one was it? Amicalola. And so we took care of them, and then we'll see what goes on here. Yeah, so
Awesome.
Yeah, and so
plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah, definitely. And the leaves are definitely in decline. So if you're going to come up here and check them out, they're still really pretty out here, man. But get up here and check it out, man. So otherwise than that, guys, let's go ahead and end it here. Did you have anything you wanted to say?
No.
All right, sweet. All right, and I wanted to say this before we say goodbye. Be safe today. Be safe out there. It is Halloween. Crazy shit happens on Halloween. So be super safe, man. And if you go to any Halloween parties and, you're drinking and stuff, man, call for a designated driver. Don't take that responsibility on yourself, man, and drive yourself home if you've had even one drink. So, but
That's
yeah.
right. Everybody be safe.
That's right. All right, kids. One love, man. Peace. Thanks.